Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Donna. I hope that you're all good and having a good day. We're going to be doing a yoga practice today for firming and releasing. So we're going to start in child's pose and do a couple of long deep breaths in through our nose and out through our nose to get settled into the mat. So let's get into child's pose. So knees wide apart, toes together, and sit back on your heels if you can, otherwise put a cushion underneath your heels. Take your forehead down in between your arms, and if you can't reach the floor, it's uncomfortable, put a block or a cushion underneath your forehead. So coming forward, deep breath in, deep breath out, really breathing in right through from your lower back. And with each breath, get more settled into the mat. Deep breath in and out. We're going to come up into tabletop. So get yourself set up, so your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we're going to be doing cat-cow. So you're going to breathe in, look up at the ceiling. Make sure that you don't drop right down into your shoulder blades. Make sure that you still are lifted up off the mat. So you're pushing off those hands. And then breathing out round your back. Look back at your knees. Then coming forward. Looking up at the ceiling, arch your back. And then rounding your back. Navel to spine. Coming forward. And round your back, navel to spine. Good. Alright, come back into tabletop. And what we're going to do from here is you're going to take out your right leg and your left arm. So we're going to curl them both in together, head towards your knee, and then you're going to extend out, really stretch through that arm, through the fingertips, through to that wall, and the same with the leg, through from the hip, right through to the toes, stretching out and holding it here. Engage your abdomen. Deep breaths. Hold it here. Keep everything stretched. Stretching forward, stretching back. Feel like you're pulling away from the middle. And then lower back down. And change over to the other side. So knee into nose, arm in, and then extend your right arm out, left leg out. Feel like they're pulling away from each other, pulling up through your middle. Hold it here. This is really firming up your core muscles, your leg muscles and your arm. Hold it here. Deep breath. Looking straight down at the mat. Good, and then back to tabletop. And what we're going to do from here is you're going to curl your toes under, and we're going to come up into downward facing dog. So lift your hips up on your toes. Make sure your hands are pressed firmly into the mat, and then you're going to slowly lower one foot at a time through those feet. Looking back at your feet. Good, and up on your toes. Lower them down. Gently stay here for a moment. Take a couple of deep breaths. You're going to step up between your hands. Come up to facing the front of the mat. And we're going to lift our arms up above our heads. Have your feet hip width apart. So lift your arms up, hold onto your elbows, and you're going to slowly bend forward, coming forward over your legs into ragdoll. And you're just going to hang between your legs here, or you might even only be up here. Just make sure that you've got your arms above you to keep you weighted forward. So just wherever you're comfortable, keep your knees bent, breathing in. And wherever you are, whichever position you're in, whether you're higher up or lower down towards your feet, you're going to bend your right knee and have your left knee straight, and you're going to swing across to the left, so the opposite way to whichever knee is bent, and then alternate. Bend your left knee over to your right, and just keep swaying side to side in this position. Good. And then bend both knees. Slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time, coming up, and then take your arms out. And just shake your legs out. And now what we're going to do, we're going to go into chair pose. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you've got your feet hip distance apart, and you're going to bend your knees, and as you get lower down, you're going to stick your tail out and feel like you're just about to sit on a chair. So you'll be in this position, and you're going to take your arms out, just straight out from your shoulders. So they won't be back here by your ears, just in front of your face here. So feel like your hands are going to be framing your face, like you've taken your face out in front of you. Same distance apart too. So just looking down at the floor, and stay here. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Stay here, pushing those feet into the floor. You might be shaking, don't worry. Most people do shake in this position. Very good for strengthening your quadriceps, muscles that are coming up here into your hips. And then when you're ready, come out of that posture and relax your arms down. Alright, just shake your legs out. Now we're going to be coming down into goddess pose. So just have your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, and your toes turned out. And what you're going to do is you're just going to come down to see where's comfortable for you. So you might get to here, this might be enough for you, or you might want to go a little bit further, sitting right down so your tail is heading down towards the floor, and you're going to try and have your back straight as you can. So just wherever's comfortable for you, and we'll take a couple of deep breaths in this position. This is really good for releasing your hips, your lower back. It is quite an intense pose though, so don't worry if you can't stay in it too long. Just stay in it as long as you feel that you're able to, and then come out of it. And then place your hands on the floor, or wherever your hands are, take them away from your sternum. Turn your feet in, just relax over for a moment, and then slowly come back up, one vertebrae at a time. And then just bring your legs in together, heel toe, and we're just going to come to sitting on the floor, and we're just going to do a twist. So take your left leg across, and then your right leg across your left. If you find this a little bit too difficult or a little bit too hard on your knees, just extend one leg out and take the other one out over top of it. So let's just try it. I'll just go into this posture here. So bending my left leg, take my right leg across, and try and sit on your sit bones as much as you can. Take up the opposite arm. So I've got my right leg across, take up my left arm, and then I'm just going to wrap it around my knee. So I've got my hand across my thigh here. I'm going to take the other hand behind me and take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. It's very good for your abdominal muscles and your digestion, this posture. So just go as far as you can, don't go into where you're feeling pain though. And then come out of the position and just bang your legs out, and we'll just go to the other side. So bend your leg in, the other leg across, and sitting up on your sit bones, or if you're in this position here, take the other leg across the leg that's stretched out. So opposite leg to what you had last time, sitting up on your sit bones, and take your arm up and just wrap it around And take your hand behind you, sitting right up nice and tall, and take a deep breath in. And with each exhale, just move that a little bit further if you can. Really rinsing that tummy. And then coming back, gently untie yourself, bang your legs out. And what we're going to do from here is we're just going to cross the right leg over the left. I'm just going to hold on to your foot and your knee, and you're just going to slightly come forward over your legs. And then back up. And coming forward. And back up. And again, forward. And back up. Then change over, other leg crossed over. Hold on to your foot and your knee. And coming forward, and back up, and forward, and back up. And then we're just going to take both legs out in front, sit right up on your sit bones, take your arms up, and you're going to stretch forward over your legs, and just go to wherever you can. You might only get to your knees, or your calf muscles, or your ankles. So just wherever you're comfortable. And just coming forward, and you're going to stretch that tummy along your top of your thighs, and then coming forward. And just take a couple of long deep breaths into the position that you can sustain, and deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out, and another deep breath in. And deep breath out. Then coming up and into easy pose. And that concludes our practice for today. So I hope you feel like you've actually firmed up your body a little bit and released it at the same time. So thank you very much, everybody. Let's just take a couple of deep breaths in. Deep breath out. Another deep breath in. And deep breath out. And have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.